They moved up to get him 12th overall, one of 3 teams that traded up in the first round of the draft to get a quarterback, and head coach Bill O'Brien is pumped.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Deshaun. I'm looking forward to seeing all the guys that are here. You know, I think the big thing is, yes, we've watched them in college and they've had good careers in college, but this is a big step. There's a big difference between playing against certain, college programs relative to now you're lining up against these guys every day. When you draft a guy in the first round or the second round, that guy, we're going to give that guy a chance, I think after that, though, it's all about what do you do when you get here, meaning even the first and second rounders have had to pay their dues here. And I think the big thing for us is, and we've proven this as a staff, I don't think there's any question that we've proven our ability to develop players here and give these guys the opportunity to come in here and show us what they can do and then reward them with playing time down the road if they show us, that they can help us.
All right, had a chance to speak to Bill on day 3 of the draft, and he said their plan is to take it slow with Deshaun Watson. Is that what you're hearing as well?
I'm hearing the plan is to get Deshaun Watson ready, however long that takes. And now, if that takes 4 months and he can be a viable option for you to start in week 1, then so be it. But if it takes 6 months or 8 months and it's not till middle of this year or next year, they're willing to make sure they get it right. Like a lot of teams that bring in young quarterbacks, there is a fear of throwing him in before he's ready and then doing long-term damage to the player because of that. So they want to steer away from that. But I keep going back to the Eagles and Carson Wentz last year. As of a year ago today, they were not planning to start him.
Correct. Blake Bortles a few years ago.
They trade Sam Bradford, and all of a sudden, instead of Chase Daniel, it's Carson Wentz. And the answers you got were, well, he came a long way since May in terms of picking up what we needed him to pick up. The same story could be written this September about Deshaun Watson if he comes that quickly through the offseason program.
So that means to you the question is the week 1 starter for the Texans will be?
I'm going with Deshaun Watson. I think there's going to be an open competition, and Bill O'Brien does not have a problem with that that quarterback carousel. Whoever wins the job is going to be the quarterback, and I think he will take a chance there. Listen, why wait on a situation? If Deshaun Watson can win that battle, why wait until week 6, 7, 8 when you have a Super Bowl caliber football team? Get him in there early, let him get going, let him go through his warts, and let him have some problems, and then fix those problems as the season progresses.
Well, I guess the one concern would be David Carr, a former number 1 overall pick for the Texans, who was destroyed, that rookie. What was he, sacked 77 times?
Right, but a different situation. That was an expansion team. This is a playoff team.
The number 1 defense last year without J.J. Watt. Without J.J. Watt. And you mentioned Bill O'Brien not afraid to make changes. Over his 3 years as a head coach, they've had 8 different starting quarterbacks, more than any other team in the NFL. Yes, when you've started more than the Cleveland Browns at quarterback, you know there's been a lot of change. To be fair, Cleveland is second on that list.